Welcome back to Poetry and Police. A special shout out to all my viewers and subscribers. As usual, big up to all the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, all the teachers and firemen and essential services in Jamaica. Big up on yourself. You know, I mean, enough respect because you people keep Jamaica running. Understand? In recent times, Andrew Holiness, our Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Andrew Holiness, has been undergoing a whole lot of rumors being spreading about the Sir Prime Minister. And some of these rumors are not, I don't even know if they are true. But we have the issue where he has not yet disclosed or declare his assets. I spoke to one person and they said that, well, his assets were declared. Somebody was defending him that the Prime Minister's assets were declared, but it was not accepted. No, it's obvious that the Prime Minister has issues with declaring his assets. But not only that, the Prime Minister have a whole lot of other issues as the election seems to be coming closer and closer and closer. The Prime Minister seems to be drifting far and far and farther from victory because of all of these mix-up and blenders and everything that is spreading about the Prime Minister's character. Now, the issue of declaring his assets is a serious asset, and as a Prime Minister, he has to set a precedent. He has to set an example because I was a police officer in Jamaica. And it was one of the things that police officers had to do. We had to declare our assets. And I remember one time I never remembered to declare my assets. And me almost lose the work. You understand? So the Prime Minister need to set examples. So Mr. Prime Minister, if you have not yet declared your assets, you please do. Please do, because the Jamaican people need to know who is leading them and what is the character of the person leading them or the financial status of who are leading them, and we need to know where your money is coming from. Understand? But before I go any further, them say there's an allegation going around, a rumor, I don't know what it is, that there was a fight at the Prime Minister's residence, a domestic violence, domestic report. So I want you to listen to what this blogger has to say. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but they say anything we nearly go so. So listen to these people.
Our Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holiness. It is so very sad what is happening to our Prime Minister. The police descended on the Prime Minister's house one night, saying that the Prime Minister was under threat. And up to now, we can't know what this threat was. Is it a top secret? This threat that Andrew Holiness came under, him and his household, he and his household were under threat according to the police, and they repelled the threat. What is this threat? We're talking about the Prime Minister of the country. The public don't have a right to know what the threat was. In police, JCF, and all who concerned in any self-respecting country, the Prime Minister or the President could command a threat, and all the police come out and say it was a threat. But, you know 119? You know 119 have sources all over the place. 119, I know how easy boy you see me in this country, you know. You don't think 119 a quashi in this country? Let me tell you what the grapevine is whispering to me. Based on what the grapevine has been telling 119 in his ears, I have to ask these pertinent questions. Was it a domestic dispute at the Prime Minister's residence? Was there a big fight going on at the residence of the Prime Minister? Did a helper attempt to intervene and break up the fight and couldn't break up the fight? and so had to call the police. Me nah say I saw it going on. Me no want nobody come sue me. I am just asking questions. And for years, the rumor mill in Jamaica has had it now that the Prime Minister and his wife are not getting along. Is that true? Is it true that the Prime Minister and his wife sleep in separate rooms? These are just questions to be answered. And this turmoil in the country now over Andrew Holiness finances. And when he get so much money and when he do with the money and I move up in money up and down, up and down. There are some pertinent questions in regards to that also. Some questions to be answered. And the first question that I would raise, the first question from 119 is whether we recognize how serious an issue this is. And when I say that, I mean it's a serious issue internationally. Because Jamaica operates under some international rules and laws and guidelines to do with the handling of money. And I want sit named the fat cat. It's very technical, you know. But 119 I got broke it down for you. No? One international guidance law that our banks have to operate under, or else they can't do no business with no foreign bank. And right now as we stand, one bank in America do business with Jamaican banks, and it's the Bank of America. Because we were on a blacklist. Because we now abide by certain things to do with money laundering. And money laundering just mean that money that is obtained illegally, when you try clean up that money by transferring it all over the place or by putting it in legitimate businesses, that is what money laundering is. Money laundering means that you have to explain your source of income to the banks. The banks must be able to establish your source of income. Now, if there are questions at the level of our banks, of our banking sector, to do with the Prime Minister, you don't know what that means? I saw the Americans are going to get involved and the international financial community is going to get involved. And I don't hear anybody talking about it. I don't hear none of the journalists, none of the financial analysts, none of the pundits, none of the this or that raising this point. So 119 have to come and open up on your eyes as usual. It's a very serious matter. If there are questions about the Prime Minister of Jamaica's source of funds, it means that we might not be able to do any business internationally. Right now, some country now take no money from Jamaica through our banking system. You don't know that? Be a difficulty. And that is why it is such a serious matter. And when I talk, I don't want to know if things that me talk from a position of politics. Now watch the color shirt when me have on. A green blood run through me. I am a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party through and through. I believe in Andrew Holiness. I love Andrew Holiness. I know that Andrew Holiness is the best Prime Minister Jamaica has ever had. The second best Prime Minister Jamaica has ever had was Bruce Golding, and he went out in a cloud of darkness. And this Prime Minister now look like him go out in a cloud of darkness too. Me don't know what to labor right them. But you don't watch my shirt. Me they just put on that shirt, yeah. Green blood run through me. My mother, God rest her soul, my mother was a political activist for the JLP in Portland. We were on the trucks at the JLP meetings as children back at me mama. On the campaign trail back at me mama. My sister was a political activist in Ocherius, where she resided for the JLP. She was a JLP worker. And my entire family are supporters of JLP. But I am not one of the dumbass people who think that if you support the JLP, it means they can do no wrong. And if you support the PNP, it means they can do no wrong. The JLP can do wrong, and the JLP can do right. The PNP can do wrong, and the PNP can do right. And I wish that all Jamaicans would put aside our political biases and look at the thing objectively. Right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter who you support. And Andrew Holiness, our Prime Minister, is in deep doo-doo. You are in deep doo-doo, Andrew. I love you. But you are in deep doo-doo. Deep, deep doo-doo. 119.
So there you have it, viewers and subscribers. 119 has said a lot, and 119 has made a whole lot of allegations against the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Whether they are true or not is yet for us to believe. But my old people always tell me anything near so go so. Now, Jamaica is a very serious country, Jamaica has a very serious problems when it comes to money laundering. Because the leaders of our country are neck deep in money laundering. As a matter of fact, they are the heads of the money laundering in our country. And as like 119 has said, most banks don't deal with Jamaica except Bank of America. A lot of people did not know this, but you know now. Now, the Prime Minister of Jamaica is alleged that he has refused from declaring his assets. And it's alleged that the Prime Minister seemed to be operating contrary to the Money Laundering Act of Jamaica, or the International Money Laundering Act. But does Jamaican people even care about this? Will we still go to the poll and vote for a man who is presumed to be operating illegally as it relates to money laundering? Are we still going to go to the polls and vote for a man that has failed to declare his assets, even after requests upon requests upon requests, the Prime Minister still cannot come clear to the Jamaican people where his assets are from and the amount of assets that he has, as if he does not owe the Jamaican people this. What you need to understand, Mr. Prime Minister, is that you serve the people of Jamaica. You are a civil servant, sir. And as a civil servant, sir, in the office that you sit in, you are required by law, sir, to declare your assets to the Jamaican people. And you are required by law to be as transparent as possible to Jamaican people. But, like we African, they might say, the Jamaican people are nothing when it comes to the Prime Minister. Because he does not care, and he does not feel that he owes the Jamaican people any explanation as it relates to his assets and how he came about his assets. So are we beating a dead dog when it comes to the Prime Minister and declaring his assets? Are we beating a dead dog when it comes to the Prime Minister and being transparent as it relates to his assets? You see, the Prime Minister don't care what we want as the Jamaican people. The only thing the Prime Minister care about is sitting back in that chair for another term when it comes. Whether he's operating illegally or not. No. There are other allegations against the Prime Minister, being the allegations, rumors that there was a big fight at his residence. Whether that is true or not, but as 119 says, the information are that there was a fight at the Prime Minister's residence. So it would appear as if he cannot run his home, the church says, that if a man cannot run his home, he cannot run church. And if you cannot run your home, Mr. Prime Minister, then therefore you cannot run the country. And the country is far bigger than your house. The other thing that I must burn you out on right now, Mr. Prime Minister. How dare you? How dare you take up Jamaican sons and daughters and send them to Haiti to fight a civil war? Haiti is going through a civil action is in Haiti. How dare you take the Jamaican sons and daughters and send them to Haiti to die for people who are not their people? You have came out, Mr. Prime Minister, and you have spoken about Jamaica might become the next Haiti if we do not control our criminal activities. Jamaica needs more help than Haiti right now, even though Haiti might seem to be in a worse position than Jamaica with the civil war going on, but Jamaica needs more help because Jamaica needs help in preventing the country from being the next Haiti. What are you doing as Prime Minister to prevent this from happening? Crime and violence is taking over Jamaica. And it's not at a slow rate, it's at a speedy rate. And that has been our cry from over decades now, that every Prime Minister in Jamaica seems to fail at to control Jamaica's increase in crime and violence. And you are not different, Mr. Prime Minister. You are not different. But to send our people to Haiti, to sacrifice our men and women to Haiti when Jamaica needs more help than Haiti right now, even though Haiti is in a crisis, but Jamaica is approaching a crisis. So how dare you send people to Haiti? Our sons and daughters should not be in Haiti fighting a civil war. We have nothing to gain from that, Mr. Prime Minister. What do you have to gain from sending our people to Haiti? The only thing that will be gained from this is death. Death to our brothers and sisters that you have sent to Haiti. And I hope you know that one of our brothers and sisters die in Haiti, now their deaths will be on your shoulders, Mr. Prime Minister. Because you will need to account to the mothers and fathers and wives and children why these men or women were sent to another country to fight a war that Jamaica is not supposed to business with. That Jamaica has no business in. That is your personal business, Mr. Prime Minister? Is it your personal business? Because it is not a Jamaican business. So it must be your personal business. And how dare you send men and women from Jamaica to deal with your personal business? Because trust me, this is not a Jamaican business. This is not a Jamaican-Haiti business. Haiti is fighting. Haiti is going through a civil crisis. And Jamaica should never, ever meddle in the business of Haiti when it comes to civil war. Jamaica is heading to a civil war ourselves because gangsters are loose in the island. And at the way that you are leading this country and the way that your predecessors have been leading this country, both by the PNP and both by the Jamaica Labour Party, the way these politicians are leading Jamaica, they are leading Jamaica not forward, but they are leading Jamaica into a civil crisis. And the reason why Jamaica is not in a civil crisis and where gangsters are taking over Jamaica is because the gangsters of Jamaica does not have that ambition yet. But as soon as they have that ambition, they are going to take over Jamaica. And you cannot do anything about it, Mr. Prime Minister. Because guess what? The police hands are tied, even with fighting crime. The police does not possess the equipment to carry out their jobs. So when gangsters decide to take over Jamaica, who can run if you go run? Because who can run it to America or run it to some other countries? You got dead. You can take your family and run it with your family if you want. But no, this is a wrong decision that you have made in sending people to Haiti. Now all the gangsters in Haiti hate Jamaicans now. Remember, they are a boat ride away, you know. They are a boat ride away. And you have a whole lot of Haitians in Jamaica that came here and boat and are living here now. And in the first place, when you took people from Haiti, these are the people who come to Jamaica and have created the drugs and guns trade. It made the Haitians who came to the shore for rescue, made Jamaica worst. Haitians are not people to play with. Haitians are very dangerous people. They have no loyalty to government. So you should have never in the first place even, yes, Haiti is a part of the Caribbean. But at the same time, Haiti operates different from Jamaica. And to send our people to Jamaica to lose their lives for a war that is not theirs is totally unconscionable, Mr. Prime Minister. You need to send back for our men and women like yesterday. I burn you out when it comes to that. The first thing that you need to do is declare your assets And let the Jamaican people know that as a leader that you are transparent and you are true to the Jamaican people. That is the first thing that you need to do. You can't want to solve Haiti problems when Jamaica have more problems than Haiti. Haiti problem might seem severe right now, but Jamaica has more problems. And when Jamaica reached the stage where Haiti is now that with a civil war, it is going to be worse than Haiti. So because you as a prime minister has failed to control the crime and violence in Jamaica, has failed to control Jamaica and to run Jamaica as the country that Jamaica should be run as. All our politicians has failed Jamaica, including the People's National Party. Them want different kettle of fish. Because them are criminal too. But you are no better. You are no better. Hiding your earnings from your people. Hiding your assets from your own people. I know it's found out, it's alleged that you have how much properties all over the place, and this is where that money comes from, Mr. Prime Minister. You cannot tell the Jamaican people where you got so much money from. So how can you lead a country when you're lying to the people in the country? How can you lead a country when you're not transparent to the country? How can you want people to vote for you when you're not transparent to them? And even though you're not transparent, this is Jamaica where people just vote for party. So you must be glad most fool Jamaica only vote for Jamaicans only vote for party. They don't vote for the man. They don't vote for the character of the person and the plans that the person has for the country. Because as far as I'm concerned, you nor the freaking opposition party has no plans to remove Jamaica from our yearly deficit, or to even prevent Jamaica from falling into a situation like Haiti. You believe that if Jamaica as now was going on under a civil siege like Haiti, that Haiti would send anybody to help us? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't, because they probably would tell you that, listen, that is a Jamaican thing. So that is what you should have said to Haiti. Jamaica owes Haiti nothing. As far as I'm concerned, Jamaica has been helping Haiti over the years, not the other way around. You need to send back for our men. You need to send back for all the people that you send to Haiti to fight a war that is not theirs, Mr. Prime Minister. You need to concentrate on your country, and you need to declare your assets. You need to be transparent to the Jamaican people. Election is coming near. You need to let the Jamaican people know that all these allegations against you are not true. You need to come clean. And you need the Jamaican people to classify you as a decent prime minister and not a criminal as how they are classifying the People's National Party. You need to convince the Jamaican people that you are different and that the Jamaican people finally have a leader who cares about them and cares about the country. That is what you need to do. But as far as I'm concerned, Mr. Prime Minister, you are not doing that right now. All you care about is the money in your own pocket. And like 119, I said, there was a dispute at your house, alleged dispute. If you can't run your own yard, how you gonna run Jamaica? If you can't run your own yard, how are you going to control Jamaica? If you can't run your own country, how is it that you're going to help Haiti? You cannot control crime in your own country, so how are you going to even help to control the criminal activities that are going on in Haiti right now, Mr. Prime Minister? You can't. You need help yourself. Jamaica need major help in reducing crime and violence. So you cannot help Haiti before you help Jamaica. You need to beef up our security forces in Jamaica and beef up the police department and beef up aid to the police department and beef up equipment for the police department. That is what you need to do. And take your mind off of Haiti and mind your business when it comes to Haiti. Because Jamaica has no business in Haiti.